So I've just finished reading Code 2.0. Could you please describe it to the audience as well?
Code 2.0 is Lessig's updated manifesto. Says that code, law, norms, and markets all shape our behavior online, not just governments. He argues that if private companies control code, they'll control us. And now, with big tech owning everything, his words look eerily right.
Okay, so the book was written in 1999 and updated in 2006, and I've just finished reading it today in 2025. What I'd like to note is weaknesses. I mean, there's lots of strengths about the book, but I'll just focus on weaknesses because that's more interesting. I think part of the problem is that Lessig, as a rather brilliant lawyer and legal academic, I think he's at Harvard, he doesn't have a very strong view on the material aspect of history, how history is shaped by materialism. What do you think?
Yeah. He does seem to float above the gritty bits, like who owns the pipes, who owns the data. That's not just a tech problem, that's a power problem. And if you don't see how money always tries to turn power into profit, well, you're writing poetry, not policy. Do you think the web would have gone this way no matter what?
Actually, that's an irrelevant question you're asking. The real, I think, in his favour, the thing is that Lawrence Lessig is writing in 2006 in the updated version. It was really around 2012 that the megatech became really obvious, e.g. with Facebook and Twitter and the rest. And now in 2025, the things that Lessig saw rather presciently in 1999 are fully blown, meaning we are in a effectively lawless realm when it comes to digital media. What do you think?
I think he was right that code became the new sovereign, not governments. But lawless? Not quite. The law is just written by Amazon, Google, and Meta now, which to me means we need actual rules, not just pleas for openness, because openness never stood a chance against concentrated wealth. Do you see a way out?
Look, I see a way out. The way out is what I would call ancient wisdom, meaning things that have been around for a very long time need to be revisited. And so notions that Lessig swims in about democracy are extremely naive, but then he breaks out and recognises all of the pitfalls, which mean that basically anything described nowadays as a democracy is a misnomer, because effectively what you're talking about is corrupted systems which like to dress themselves up as democracies. But Lessig's a very interesting character. He does describe his experiences in the book of visiting Soviet Georgia just after the end of the Soviet Union and being part of a team trying to help them draft a constitution. And he also describes visiting Vietnam. And he extraordinarily notes that the Vietnamese seem to be less regulated than the Americans do. And that was under a regime in Vietnam that, broadly speaking, might be described as communist. So, Lessig's a very interesting writer. But in conclusion, the thing that I find troubling about so many American writers is they're very insular, they're very myopic, and they use a word that I think should be banished by writers unless defined, and that's the word we. What have you got to say in conclusion?
Yes, the we thing drives me mad too. It's like an imperial tick, really, assuming your experience is universal just because you've got the loudest microphone. And Lessig, bless him, thinks constitutions save us. But constitutions are just words, and words are bent. The ancient stuff you're talking about, that's lived through tyrants, famines, collapses. It's got scars. I think Dan, I did it. I reckon we should drop the word and just say, what works? For you, what ancient rule of thumb would shut down this digital circus?
Thank you. That was rather smart.